So Sony confirms roadmap for PlayStation 5 exclusive, mega haptics upgrade, Dualsense 2.0, and the Factions 2 cancellation behind the scenes. And those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, do you have more than 2 DualSense controllers or not? I currently have probably 6 or more DualSense controllers, and I'm about to get the Astrobot controller, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below yes or no if you have more than 2 DualSense controllers. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony confirms roadmap for a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Reading from Push Square, things have gone a little quiet, but Sony is on the verge of launching its next big multiplayer game. Concord, its 5v5 first-person shooter, launches very soon. The proper launch date is 23rd August, while those who've pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition will gain access starting 20th of August. Whichever version you've plumbed for, preloading on PlayStation 5 is now available, so you can hit the ground running once your game activates. This news comes via the PlayStation blog, which has also given us new details about what to expect post-launch. With no battle pass to worry about, major updates to Concord will come every 3 months in the form of seasons. Season 1 begins in October, and it'll introduce a new playable character, map, character variants, cosmetics and rewards, and cinematic vignettes, as well as some quality of life improvements. Season 2 will follow in January, and Season 3 in April, and so on, with similar lineups of new stuff to enjoy in each. So it's nice that they have seasons planned out and are showing it to everybody. There's a clear roadmap for the game, and it's not some mystery as to what the second or third season might bring. A new season every 3 months is a bit long, but hopefully they have some updates in between to keep people engaged outside of the cinematics that they've promised. I personally didn't really get into Concord during the beta, but for those who are into it and have enjoyed it, you have a roadmap here. Maybe I'll try it again when they've updated the game a bit. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, the Factions 2 cancellation. So, I've seen this news pop up here and there, and I honestly didn't know if I really wanted to cover it. But it's been such a widespread story at this point, and I thought I should just do it anyways. It still stings to hear some of the background information in regards to the Factions 2 cancellation, but here we go. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, The Last of Us 2 multiplayer's cancellation apparently resulted in some serious internal repercussions at Sony. That's according to journalist and insider Jason Schreier, who revealed that heads were rolled at the company, leading to speculations that a high-ranking executive may have been fired in the aftermath. Speaking on a recent episode of the Friends Per Second podcast, Schreier revealed that The Last of Us multiplayer, also referred to as Factions, was in development for 4 years before it was canned. What's more is that hundreds of people were working on the project, so its cancellation wasn't bloodless, according to Schreier. The whole thing ended up being very costly, and although Naughty Dog averted a live service disaster, thanks in part to Bungie's feedback on it, someone did end up paying the price. Based on the timeline of events, fans are speculating that it was veteran PlayStation executive Connie Booth, who was ousted following Sony's live service collapse, that saw a number of projects shelved. Booth had spent over 25 years at Sony before reports emerged that she was fired. It wasn't until news of her departure made rounds that Sony confirmed she was no longer with the company. Elsewhere, Schreier reconfirmed that Guerrilla Games' Horizon multiplayer project is still in development. So it's interesting to hear it's been in development for 4 years, which would put it at about, in the works since 2019, which is when we got that, that message that we got from Naughty Dog telling us, oh, the game is so ambitious that we wanted to make it its own thing. It'll take more time because they're about to release The Last of Us Part 2 the following year, and people were expecting a Factions 2. But really, Factions has been in the works since the development of Last of Us Part 2. Just in case you didn't know, the 4-year development was for the bigger live service approach, but again, the Factions community never ever wanted that. we didn't want that. It's insane to me right now that they have pretty much a close to complete project just sitting there at the studio that nobody outside the studio can play. I genuinely hope a normal factions multiplayer makes its way out of Naughty Dog at some point for the community, including myself, who have been waiting for over a decade now for a new multiplayer. But you guys let me know if you've played Factions 1 or not. Let me know down in the comments below.
That's one.
And now diving into the final story of the video, Dualsense 2.0 Mega Haptics upgrade. So we've been hearing about multiple patents from Sony that focus on improving the Dualsense controller. It's already an amazing controller, but Sony wants to go beyond what it is, improve the haptics, improve the touchpad to make it a touchscreen potentially, etc. Here we have another patent focused on improving the haptics significantly for each user. Reading from Xputer, Sony's always ahead of the curve when it comes to securing a plethora of unique ideas through patents. A new legal document published by the company now wants to introduce movable grips on controllers to improve vibrations. The publisher states that the vibration quality of controllers can vary significantly based on how you're holding them, which means that players cannot always have consistent high-quality experience during gameplay. The patent, dubbed Input Device with Variable Grip, wants to make controller grips movable from their position to adjust to the player's palms. This change would let us feel the same level of vibrations regardless of the way we hold a controller, since there would be no gap left between the grip and the palm. It would also give us a lot of leeway because we won't have to grip each side tightly to have the most immersion. So this is pretty impressive in terms of how deep Sony continues to dive when it comes to improving player experience, whether that's software or hardware. I'm really curious how well this works in practice. What they're trying to fix here is when you're holding a controller, everyone holds it different and we all have different hand sizes, and you might not grip the sides fully like they want you to, and you might not experience the full haptics as intended because you're not touching the controller fully. The controller here expands on the sides or contracts, obviously depending on how you hold it, to make sure you feel the haptics fully. The patent references the haptics motor being attached to this movable part, so you'll feel the haptics all the time. I really like this, but let's see how a movable part works in the real world. But you guys let me know if you like this idea or not. Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "I like bananas a lot." Yes, you heard that. We haven't done something goofy with the after show, and I actually don't know how long. It's been that long since we've done something a bit more goofy. So if you enjoy the show and are excited for what's next, and maybe if you like bananas as well, destroy the comment section with "I like bananas a lot." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.